What's up, everyone? Tyler here, back with an episode of Luxury Tax. Before we dive into it, though, we got to talk about Home Field. They're sponsoring the Allied Tournament in Charlotte. We will have boots on the ground covering in Charlotte. We're super excited to be there. We're super excited to go see our friends at Home Field. You can use your code NOCAT15 at the link below in the description to get your gear, to get ready for the games, to get ready for this season. Home Field, they genuinely got some of the best stuff. We're super excited to partner with them. But I'm also excited to welcome up to the stage Zoe Brooks from NC State. Zoe, we're going to see you in Charlotte, but I want to talk about this first game. Career high. Smooth career high. What was, I just, first off, thank you for being here, obviously, but I'm interested, for you, was there anything that you were like most excited to be able to kind of show off in this game that you had worked on from the summer and you immediately see it translate into a career high? Did anything stand out for you in this game?
Definitely my jump shot, confidence shooting the three-point ball. I still think that I got to shoot it better and make more threes, but the confidence is definitely there, and I'm looking to showcase that on Sunday.
So to dive in kind of to this summer, obviously, I feel like your summer going into the freshman year is one thing because you're just kind of trying to figure it all out. Now you got a better idea of what college life is and how this summer goes and everything. For you, what was the biggest difference between the first summer and the second summer of being a college athlete?
Like you said, first summer I was kind of testing the waters. I didn't really know what to expect. I definitely felt like I was getting smacked in the face. But now the second time around, I'm a lot more comfortable. I'm a lot more aware. I know my expectations, and I know what to expect, really.
Yeah, for you obviously you mentioned the shooting. Was that the main focus of the summer? Was that and how do you feel like the strides you've taken? Like you said, career high. So obviously something worked over the summer. Yeah. What do you feel like were kind of the biggest strides for you?
Just really this summer I focused on things that I thought would better me, not just in shooting, but just as a player, conditioning and getting stronger, working on my handle, watching film, studying how I could be a better player overall and help my teammates be the best players they could be. So I think I did a pretty good job in the off season of that.
Well, like I said, it showed off immediately. So something worked. I'm intrigued also, kind of in the similar vein to the summer to summer question. Obviously, you guys make a deep run into the tournament Final Four. For you, is there something that key takeaway, I guess, from that run where it's like, all right, we did it once, so there's no reason we can't go and do it again? And is there something that maybe was different from the tournament to the regular season in terms of finding ways to win and be successful? Is there anything that kind of stood out specifically in the tournament run that you're taking away from that run and bringing it into this season?
Just our potential, really, seeing how good we really can be, especially when we're at our best. Once everybody found out what their roles was, we perfected that, I feel like, in the tournament, and that's why we went so far. We weren't really worried about individual stuff, but we played as a team, and it showed, and we went very far, and hopefully we can go farther this year.
I'm interested because I feel like going into the tournament, you guys were a solidly rated team, seed-wise, but I still feel like the conversation, I don't think people expected you guys to get to a Final Four. Yeah. And I think the talent was there, and from an individual perspective, but I think generally speaking, no one had NC State.
They definitely hate NC State.
Hey,
how good we do, I feel like we're always gonna get hated on. Even now, we still get hated on. We still get looked past. And I think that the biggest thing for us is to ignore it all and not even look at the rankings. Right now we're a top 10 team in the country, and that's a big deal. But just ignoring that and playing as if we were unranked like we were last year around this time.
Right. Yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to ask about was you guys make the run. You guys are top 10 ranked. To me, just in my opinion, I still don't feel like there's much conversation. And I frankly, I don't really get it. You guys returned so much. You guys made the Final Four. I'm confused on that. But in-house, you mentioned you guys kind of ignore it. Do you guys still feel like the quote-unquote underdog? Or do you feel underrated? Like, what is the mentality around that?
Absolutely. We definitely still feel like we're the underdogs. We were talking about it, how, we might have looked a little crazy at some points last game, and how South Carolina's probably looking at us like we're crazy. And we kind of going to go out and play like they're looking down on us, even though I doubt that they are. But we're going to go and play like we're the worst team in the country. Like, we're going to act like that's who we are. But we're going to show people who we really are.
What is there? Obviously, last season's last season, but it's I can't imagine. I don't know like off the top of my head, but I can't imagine that there's been many like Final Four games that quickly turn around the next season and play like a rematch so early on into a season. I can't imagine that that's happened a ton of times. For you guys, is there quote unquote revenge game mentality? Is it just like, hey, that's South Carolina, like we know like the standard that they are? Like what is in that sense, is there what if anything, what are you taking from the Final Four game to then bring into this game in the rematch of it?
Really looking at our mistakes that we made. Obviously, if you watched the game last year, you saw in the first half it was basically tied up. We might have been down 1 or 2, but it basically was tied up. So going to the second half, just seeing what went so wrong to where we lost that close game and fell down by like 20, and just adjusting and not making that same mistake again.
I am, to your point, like this was not, I don't feel like the score told the whole story of that game. Like if you only look at like the box score of it, like you're not going to grasp the entirety of the game, as naturally any box score watching will do. But you guys kept a lot of the same pieces and like the core pieces of it, obviously a couple in and out, but generally speaking, a lot of it. What is, I guess, just the excitement of kind of just being able to run it back in a lot of ways, with this team and everything. And just, I know we kind of hit on it from individual perspective, but even as a team perspective of taking what you guys were able to do last year and bringing into this one, is there a sense of like, I guess, hunger in that sense where you guys got a taste of it? You guys were in the Final Four and now it's to kind of refuel the hunger or anything. Like, do you get a sense of, obviously it was your freshman year, but even for maybe some of the older players of like that have been building towards this moment to make it to the Final Four and now trying to do it again. Is there kind of a different sense of hunger from maybe last summer to this summer in that way?
Yeah, we definitely don't want to lose again. I can tell you that. In our heads, I think the mentality is go get our get back. They kind of embarrassed us in front of a lot of people. They sent us home, ended our season, and I think that's in the back of our minds. And yes, we're playing South Carolina, but we don't care. I feel like we're fueled up with anger and hurt from last year, so I think that's going to really translate to this year on the court.
Yeah, just for you, just as an individual player, like I love your game. Like just like watching as a fan, like I just enjoy watching you hoop. I'm just interested, like for you on individual level, like as someone that is capable of doing the things that you can do, is there like a part of like, whether it be crossing someone up, hitting a three in someone's eye, like what is, as someone that has a bag like you do, what is your favorite part of hooping? Because it seems like you just have fun when you're hooping, like and it radiates like as you're watching, as just from a viewer perspective. So I'm just interested, like just generally speaking, like, and you can kind of take that whichever direction you want. What is just the most fun like play to make in a basketball game?
I like driving and kicking and celebrating with my teammate after every shot. Probably one of my favorite plays that I can make is ending a quarter or a half with an assist and just being able to celebrate with my teammate. I remember, I think it was to go to Sweet 16 or in the Sweet 16. We played Tennessee, and to end the half, I had a drive and kick to Maddie Cox in the corner. She hit a three, and that's a play that I won't ever forget. It just was such a great moment. And it didn't have to be me scoring, but it was just the simple fact of me creating for my teammates so that she can get an open shot,
Yeah. No, I love that. That's way more selfless of an answer than I probably would have gave if I had the basketball ability that you had. I ain't gonna lie. Like I would be like, oh yeah, I crossed this person up. I would have probably started talking trash.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to be more aggressive, scoring.
Yeah.
I feel like last year, my confidence wasn't that high with scoring and shooting the ball, but this year I know that my team's gonna need me to score the ball more. So just worrying about that is what I'm really focused on.
So like that is like an active, like, I guess, conscious shift in your mentality of like, yeah, we gotta go get buckets this year, because like that's
score, because we lost a lot of points last year with me and River. They scored over double figures, so we lost that. So I know that somebody has to step up and score.
So for you, like, is there like an excitement, I guess, to now receiving that responsibility? Like, yeah, like you had like obviously a freshman last year, you like the flashes were all there. We see it in the first game this season. You leading the team in scoring. Is there just like a level of excitement or anticipation, or what are kind of just the feelings of just receiving more responsibility on a top 10 ranked team going into your sophomore year?
Nervous.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm nervous. I get nervous for every game. That's not going to stop me from, playing. I'm obviously in the beginning, I was making a little stupid mistakes. That was the jitters, But it's definitely excitement, but definitely I'm nervous. But just playing basketball, I've been doing it for a really long time. So just trusting in my abilities.
So I'm interested with the nerves. Like, is this something like you see the first bucket go in and like you're good?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I was kind of wondering. Like, so let me ask you this, because you hear this like kind of cliche all the time, and as someone who isn't, I surprisingly, as a 5'7" white dude, I didn't make it to play college basketball. Surprising, I know, but like, does the free throw thing, is that true? Where like you get to the line, you make your first free throw, and you're like, oh, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
That's real? Okay. Yeah. I've always heard that. And like just on the topic, I was like, I gotta ask.
It's nerve-wracking because it's like, damn, like this is my first shot. Like, don't miss. Cause like if I miss the first free throw, it's like now the pressure is really on because I can't miss the second one. If I'm gonna miss a free throw, obviously I don't want to miss any free throws. But if I'm gonna miss a free throw, it has to be the second one. Like the first one, I can't miss the first one.
Okay, so that's I'm glad to finally like, because I've always heard like people talk about that like while watching games. It's like, oh shoot, she's over 4, but she gets to the free throw line, it starts hitting. I'm glad to know that there's genuine truth to that.
No, yeah, that's true.
Okay, noted. I'm glad to know. I'm interested though also, like just on just kind of a more like personal individual basis. You talk about the nerves. What's the pregame routine like? I always love hearing this from players. Do you have any like, is it superstitions? Is there any is there a certain playlist? Like what is the Zoe pregame routine looking like?
I gotta eat pasta, plain pasta, nothing on it, with salmon. I gotta watch church, pray, and meditate.
Got you. So like how long does this whole process take normally? Like what is like, when does your process start? Like how many hours before a game are we talking here?
I'll meditate probably about 2 hours before the game, and then church and praying is about an hour before warm up. So that's about 2 hours before the actual.
Got you. Okay. So is there any music beforehand at all, or is it just that? Like what are we?
It's more just church, really.
Got you. Okay, so you're really locked in. So that's different. Like you feel most people got like the headphones in or anything.
Music, yeah. No, I listen to church.
There you go. Okay, so you're locked in a completely different way. I love that. So I was gonna ask potentially if you were ever on aux for the locker room. But
no, they
never.
Hate my music.
They hate your music. What?
Yeah,
Why?
I have my music taste is like all over the place. Like I like all music. Like I like country. I like rap.
Okay.
I like pop. Like So I don't know. They don't really feel my mixture, but it's okay.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. And this is a little bit of a weird one. Okay. If you could, since you have all the mixture, you have all, you got a little bit of everything. If there was an artist, a song, a genre that you were to like, my game is like this, whether it be a genre, a song, an artist, if you were to compare your basketball game to any of those 3 kind of categories, is there one that sticks out as like, my game is this?
No, honestly.
See, so it's like, is your game like? Do you consider your game a mix?
Yeah.
Like, let me add, so like as you kind of add to the bag, you continue to grow like as a player. How are you finding that mix? Is it something that like, are you like actively watching games and you're like, oh, I want to try that, or is it like, how does that kind of work for you in that way?
I watch a lot of Kyrie and Ja, and obviously they're very flashy players.
Right.
Just seeing them do crazy things, and like I can do that. Like maybe I'm gonna try it one day, but not forcing it. Like not saying, like not thinking in my head, all right, next time I get the ball, I'm gonna do this. Just kind of letting it come natural. But me watching it is putting it in my brain. So it's not saying if I'm gonna do it next game or 2 months from now, but just seeing what type of moves they do and practicing it and then just letting it come natural in the game.
Yeah. So to kind of follow up on that, and I kind of assume based on that answer, but is for you basketball just super instinctual? Because like I think some players, like it could be like they're in a set system, they know where they're gonna be, they gotta hit this spot. For you, you just come off as like almost like more of a hooper than a basketball player, in that sense, like you're really out there like hooping, and it's just a different aspect for that. So like for you, is it just completely instinctual, or is there like any kind of thought going into it, like as you're playing, like actively thinking of it?
Yeah, I think the game comes pretty natural for me. I'm not really I try not to overthink, because when I overthink, then now I'm trying too hard.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like just relaxing and just playing a game that like I said, been playing for a really long time. And when I don't try too hard, I just feel like I'm more comfortable and I have more fun.
Yeah. Is there, I know you mentioned the 3-point shooting as kind of just like a general thing, but was there a move, whether you've seen it like in the NBA, the W, whatever, is there a move that you have seen recently that you're like, yeah, I want to try and hit that in the game?
360 lay.
I thought, I'm not going to lie, because I had just seen the Ja one, and you said Ja, I was like, I feel like that might be the one you're going to say. So that's what we're on the lookout for.
That I want to try really bad.
Okay, so that's what we're kind of on the lookout for. Like, so if we see the 360 lay, we know exactly where it came from.
Yep.
Okay, now we're on the lookout. I can't wait now. Like, if that happens,
I had to sing it a little bit in the summer too. So
okay, so this has been in the works. This isn't like a new thing or anything. This has been in the works. Yeah. Okay, I love that. I love that you're like practicing like these just like insane moves. Like
just like after our workout, just like freestyling and trying stuff out. You know, just like having fun and then like okay. Sometimes I shock myself. With things that I can do, just trying.
What do you feel like is like? Is there one? You say you shock yourself. Is there one that comes to mind? Just like, yo, I can't believe I did that. Like, is there like?
Yeah, it was actually a video that was published in the summertime by Pac Women's Basketball. I don't know if you saw. It was just like a little clip after practice or before practice.
Yeah. And
it was a 360 lay, but while I was spinning, I put the ball between my legs in the air.
Oh.
Casual. I don't know if that makes sense. Like
so you're spinning and you're going between, like mid spin, you're going between.
Yes, and then
I feel like I saw that. Like that sounds like familiar. Like now that as you're explaining it, it's like it's faintly in my brain. I'm gonna go find it afterwards. We're gonna put it on here. We're gonna find it. But like that's crazy. Just casually be able to do that. So are we looking for the between the legs in the game or just the 360?
No, that's too much.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. I was about to say that's Coach Moore might. You missed that one.
Like that. No.
What would he do? What do you think Coach Wes Moore's reaction will be if you get a 360 layup again? Sub.
It's like if I do it, I have to make it. Like if I miss it, I'm gonna get cursed out and benched. So like I got.
So we really got to be confident. Like in this layup. I love it. I love it. Zoe, just a couple more for you. Like we're super appreciative of your time. One question we'd love to ask. As we have players on and everything, especially in this new era, is obviously NIL is here. It is a major part of this. And I feel like as players, especially come up and now it's kind of a little bit more normalized, you got to have a dream deal. You got to know like what is for you, any deal in the world, any company, you're like, hey, I want to work with this. And if you have a vision for like the marketing or like what you would do with them, what would it be?
Honestly, that's a tough one. I really like technology and like gaming and stuff. So maybe like being a Fortnite partner or something. Like
okay.
Fortnite.
So like you want like a skin in the game or something?
Yeah, like getting my own skin or something. Like I feel like that would be crazy. Yeah.
That'd be fire. So Fortnite is that the main one? What else you be playing?
I don't really play any other video game.
It's just Fortnite, just straight up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're aiming for the Fortnite skin.
Fortnite, yeah.
Emote. Hey, the emote can be the 360 layup. Hello. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. We're cooking this up. Fortnite.
That's something that I would be like really excited about.
Yeah. Okay. Noted. So that's what we're aiming for. That's what we're manifesting. We love to manifest here in the No Cap Space. That's what we're manifesting.
Yeah.
Zoe, last one for you, and I'll let you go. I'm super excited. I'll be there in Charlotte. I'm super excited to see this game. For a lot of fans, like obviously this is only the second game of the season. This is going to be their first time seeing this version of NC State, and especially on a national scale and everything. For you, what? And we like to kind of end with this one. What should people expect to see from this team throughout the season? Whether it be a different mentality, what is the difference from last year's team to this year's team, and what should fans be most excited about seeing?
Watching us run the floor. I think that we have a lot of guards. We're a very guard-dominant team this year, especially, and we're very fast and very athletic. So just watching us run the floor and, be fancy. We have Zaza, Zam, Sanaya, me. We can just put on a show and make the crowd excited. So just getting excited about that.
I love it. I can't wait to be there. I'm gonna be excited watching you guys. Y'all got hoopers on your team, and that's my favorite type of basketball to watch is when there's real life hoopers on the court. So that's excited. Zoe, thank you so much. We're so excited to see you in Charlotte. So excited to see you guys over the course of this season. And the responsibilities here, the scoring has arrived as well. We're so excited to see what you do this season.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys stay tapped in here with the No Cap Space. We'll be in Charlotte. We'll have you cover this entire season. All the links down below, and we'll see you next time.